Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be discussing how quickly you can pay back your student loans after you graduate from your master's, PhD or MBA program. Okay, we're going to be using your median salary and then approximate living expenses, how much student debt that you have, and then we're going to arrive at an approximate figure of how long it'll take for you to finish off your student debt. So I've given you guys a link to the Google Sheets in the description below. So after this video, after I teach you how to do it, go on that, make a copy and stuff, and then just basically calculate how long it'll take. Okay, so let's get started. So here is the student loan payoff calculator that I made. Using this Excel sheet, you guys will easily be able to find the projected number of years to pay off your loan. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to use this. There's only 4 simple steps. Okay, the first step is you got to go to File and click on Make a Copy, right? Because I'm going to give you guys read-only access. So if you make a copy, then you're going to be able to write on the sheet, right? So click on File, Make a Copy. That's the first step. Second step is you fill in all your values here in the blue cells. Okay, so if you are in if you're planning to apply to a two-year program, then this is the sheet that you use. If it's a 1-year program, you change it around and it's the other sheet. Okay, so let's say you're applying to a 2-year program. You fill in all your values in the blue cells only. Okay, that means your median salary per year, summer internship, living expenses, total tuition fee, and the money you have on hand or you won through scholarships. Okay, so for median salary, if you guys aren't aware, you can follow this YouTube video here that I've made on how much money will you make after you graduate. It's a very simple video and you'll be able to quickly find out how much salary you can expect after you graduate from a program abroad. Okay, so that's the first thing that you enter. Next thing that you enter is a summer internship. Now the summer internship can vary. It really depends on the program, university, and your field and everything. So I spoke to a friend who was from Arizona State University. He graduated with his electronics degree, master's in electronics, and he was able to get a summer internship that paid him $18,000 over the course of 3 months. So I've given you guys a more conservative estimate of $15,000 here. If you want to change it, you can. If you want to decrease it to $10,000 or so on, it's totally up to you. Next, living expenses as a student. Of course, this also varies. What I've given you guys is $900 per month. So $900 per month is pretty good in the United States. You'll be able to live comfortably as a student. But of course, it can vary across cities. So 900 is good for like places like say New York or LA or Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Seattle, all these kind of popular places where things are generally expensive. Chicago and stuff like that. But then in places that are even cheaper, for example, my friend who is from Arizona, like I said, he lived off $650, right? So it's very possible. It really depends on the city that you're living at. $900 is a good estimate. If you guys want to change this, you can, okay? Next, we have your tuition fee. Now keep in mind that all of these values have to be in the same currency. So if it's all dollars and all dollars, if you want to do this entirely in euros, you can. If you want to do this entirely in pounds, you can. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I've done this in dollars here. Now you put your entire total tuition fee over the course of 2 years. So for me, this is the total tuition fee in dollars. Then you write the then you write your money that you have on hand, maybe given to you by parents or maybe off your savings and so on, or the money that you won off scholarships. Okay, so I haven't won any money off scholarships and I don't exactly know how much savings and stuff that I have. So I've put in $0 here. Okay, so then that's basically step number 2. All right, step number 3 is you can change these values only if you feel like you need to. For example, if you're applying to the US or Canada, 30% is a good tax rate. But if you're applying to the UK, it might be a little bit lower. If you're applying to really heavily taxed countries like Germany and stuff, it's going to be even higher. Like Germany, it might be like 40%. In the UK, it might be a little bit lower. It really depends, right? Then we have the actual to median salary ratio. I would recommend that you don't change this. This is just to calculate for the fact that generally you will tend to earn less than your median salary, because median salary is for people with experience and you guys will be freshers right after you graduate from your master's program, right? Then we have professional to student living expense ratio. I would also recommend that you don't touch this. This is just to account for the fact that you might spend a little bit more money once you start earning. That's just this, okay? Then your student loan interest rate, but of course this also depends. If you guys are, depending on the bank or NBFC that you guys are going to, this might be say 10% or 9% or 11.5%. It really depends, right? But don't change these unless it's absolutely necessary. That's step 3. It's like an optional step, okay? Step 4 is you basically, and then you scroll down and you'll be able to find out the projected number of years that you'll need to pay off your loan, okay? It's as simple as that. So in step 4, if you want to go and change the values here, you can, right? For example, let's say I don't expect to earn $84,000. I only expect to earn $80,000, okay? So how long will it take me to pay off my loan? 2.6 years, okay? Now let's say I don't make $15,000 in a summer internship. I say make $10,000 in a summer internship. All right, now it takes me even longer. It takes me 2.8 years. All right, let's say I don't need $900. Let's say I only need say $650 to live monthly as a student. Okay, So its projected amount is 2.46 years, right? Similarly, you can play with the values here and sort of tell, what is going to make the biggest impact in the number of years to pay off your loan, how many years can you expect, and so on, right? Now, there are a couple assumptions for this sheet that's really important for you to understand. First thing is that you get an assistantship in your second, third, and fourth semesters, which covers your living expenses entirely for those semesters. Now, this is entirely possible for you to do that. Research assistantships, teaching assistantships, student job, like on-campus jobs. I have a video on this. I'll link it in the description if you guys are interested. And yeah, it also assumes that you get a job right after you graduate. So a strong percentage of students do manage to get a job right after they graduate. They usually land the job offer while they're studying, through either the place that they interned at, or maybe through career fairs and so on. It's very possible to get a job while you're studying, right? And then you just work right after you graduate. And the third assumption is that you use all your savings each year on your education loan, right? So I'm assuming that you don't have any other savings, otherwise you're not saving any other money. You're just dumping everything into that student loan to clear it off, okay? Now the values that I've sort of projected here through the sheet, it's usually around 2 or 3 years. It can vary, of course, usually around 2 or 3 years. And that's sort of accurate with what loan officers say how long, American students, for example, take to pay off their loans. So generally the trend for American students is like averaging 3 years, but then maximum 5 years to pay off the student debt, okay? So 2.5 years, 3 years is actually a good estimate for how long it'd take you guys to pay off your student loan. And that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed for more graduate program related content, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.